So as far as the who, it can really be anybody who comes through that door. People come looking for CBD because they suffer from indiscriminate conditions. A lot of people turn to CBD for the natural anti-inflammatory properties, such as people who suffer from arthritis, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, lupus. People who suffer from anxiety also turn to CBD. I personally like to take the assumption that people who are coming in here know nothing about CBD. I know a lot of my colleagues are like that as well, so we try to be informative and as informative as possible. We talk about what CBD is, one of the cannabinoids of the cannabis plant. However, it's non-psychoactive, contains little to no THC, works within your endocannabinoid receptors, which are your largest system of neurotransmitters. They're responsible for your stress, your anxiety, your hormones, your response to pain, your sleep, your appetite, basically the balance or homeostasis of your entire body. The most common myth about CBD is that it is the same as the THC. THC is a separate cannabinoid. It actually works within separate neuroreceptors in your brain. You have what are called the CB1 receptors as well as the CB2 receptors. Specifically, CBD is going to work within your CB2 receptors, while as the psychoactive cannabinoid that people are more familiar with, THC, works within your CB1 receptors. Here we carry tinctures. They go under your tongue. You have what are called your sublingual glands, so it goes from the saliva into the bloodstream, and then it's processed by your small intestine. We also carry CBD oils, which people can vape. Some people choose to vape because it can increase the bioavailability of the CBD. We carry topicals because your skin is your largest organ. So anything applied topically would go through the venous areas, through the vapor barrier, and then into the bloodstream. We carry CBD edibles, CBD capsules. Those work a bit differently because they're processed through the liver, so there's a little more delayed gratification because of digestion, but ultimately more prolonged gratification because of the way that it's taken time to be filtered through the liver. Attitudes are definitely changing. We have a lot of patrons who, grew up in the era of basically reefer madness. So they were indoctrinated into believing that terrible things were going to happen. People now are understanding that CBD is not the same thing, and it's not going to do those things. The prohibition of that is lifting, and basically what we're seeing is that people who otherwise wouldn't have believed those things are starting to use CBD for their health. People who have arthritis, people who are, just going through the aches and pains of aging, unfortunately. It's good to see it that the stigmas and attitudes are really changing, because now people know that there is something that is going to be, not toxic, something that is going to still allow them to feel very much themselves and take their pain relief into, their own hands, basically.